It's been too long, man. I think I finally figured it out. Shmups. Shoot 'em ups. Been having a hell of a time trying to think of what to do on the Fridays chilling with you guys. Anyways, I'm opening Discord. It'll be a minute. I haven't started this stuff up in a while, in a hot minute, and it's taking its sweet time. Apparently I'm missing 18 updates on Discord. That's so on me. That's so on me. How's it going, fellas? It's been a productive ass week, so why not enjoy a little bit of life? Why not, right? I know, a live stream that starts on time. The white side of me is back in action. All right. I think I'm good. Oh, you know what? I'll probably turn... Yeah. So we're going to see if volume levels work. I know what happens. It's nice, though. Misha's finally carved out some free time. Everybody has. I guess the summer finally gets to us. Yeah, it's been too long. Anyway, so I remember this one. I used to have a blast with this one. There was, and this is such like a, oh, I love the Rolling Stones for like boomers. Radiant Silvergun, and I think the other one was called Ikaruga. And they both have their pros and cons. I think this is the newer one. You know what? I think I might turn that down a bit. Let's go with 35%. Should be good. I know, man. The Hulkster. Howling Mutant is always coming through in the end. The, what was it, a left-wing villain had finally succumbed peacefully of old age, and they're sitting there celebrating the death, and it's like, dude, the Gawker lady was on there trying to run a victory lap. Yeah, fuck that guy. So what I'm going to do here is... Oh. I want to get through this, but the whole point of these shmups is resource management, right? It's a lot of ludology that goes into shmups. If you obey justice, you take off over zig. I don't know what that one means. Seems pretty damn impressive, though. Anyway. Hey, happy Friday, dude, John Trio. So what you do here is you train the settings. Ideally, I want to get my weapon strength A and C up. B, I never really found much use for. So this is just first stage. And then, so the way it works is you get combos. And those combos are what allow you to... Oh, look at that. The combos are what allow you to... Oops. Let me see if I can remember the buttons. Oh, that's the one. All right. So it's not so much about getting everybody, but you have to either get 3 of the same color, or 3, nice try, sir. 3 of different colors, like a rainbow. In this case, I'm trying to get 3. Is this the all-year base? No, it's not the all-year base game. There's no way. Oh, are you kidding me? See, I want to kill that guy fast, because then when you do, you get additional guys here. Come, there we are. Oops. So that could have gone smoother. I'm still at like level 0, and then level 2. So what I want to do... no, the takeoff zig was all your base. Oh, okay. That's the one. I get it now. I'm slow, but I catch on. So in this case, you started off with a quick 3 and you get a secret 10 grand. If you stick with the same color though, you'll eventually get more points. It's just... Nice try, sirs. Anyways, let these guys go. There we go. Now I have a charged up sword. It's the Radiant Silver Gun sword. And that's the idea, is that this gets you... Oh, are you kidding me? It's fine. So yeah, there it's level 201 now. It's not ideal, but... Ideally, I want to get to the first level with like 7 to 6 or something like that. I can't remember the maximum levels either. In this case, it's a lot of red, so you just focus on red at the start and avoid all the blues and the oranges, or blues and the yellows. And you'll keep those levels going up, and then when those levels keep going up, go. As long as they keep going up. Oh, damn it. Yeah, bullet hell. Shmups. They're not... I mean, this one isn't so much a bullet hell. Bullet hell is a specific type of shoot 'em up. What the hell? I think it might be time to get a new controller. That's a rather... There we go. And the more you use a specific weapon, the more it charges up. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I realized bullet hell games, the things I've always never liked about them was I just didn't understand what they were about, and lately YouTube has been... There we go. I up spread more than Vulcan, but I can live with that. Yeah, I think you inspired Jack to start his own gaming channel too. I think we all need a break talking about men's stuff. I agree, man. I mean, granted, business-wise, that's kind of been my decision too, with the Softbone book coming out, which, dude, I'm excited about it. I really am. I knew I was taking a risk with contemporary fiction, and it's done good. It's usually tied with Frame for sales and that, but with science fiction, I expect it's going to be a little easier. It's easier to sell guys on science fiction than it is to sell them on romantic stories like a Colleen Hoover book. You know? Those ones you gotta kill them quick, because otherwise that gets extremely difficult. Get past this guy, kill these 3, or 6. By the way, you have like 8 different types of weapons in this one, and it's different key combinations to get it, so it's... Damn it. I always want to end off killing the blues, because the villain here, the main boss, he's a blue guy. And so I can continue to carry on my chain status and upgrade these levels. 4, 3, and 9 is not the best. Nice try, sir. There we go. And if I remember correctly, there's 2 ways to get bonus points in this one. You either kill the entire... Oh, Jesus. Really? The whole thing? Or you kill it fast, or you kill it completely. I mean, the gaming channel, I'm going to probably get it going again. It's just I've been so damn busy. All right, so 539. Level 5 Vulcan, level 3 homing, level 9 spread. Let's see if we can beat that. I want to focus more on the Vulcan cannon. So maybe if we focus it more here, it'll be a bit better. Damn it, I missed it. That's gonna cost me. Yeah, so I'll probably get back into it. I just gotta find a time when I get more free time to do so. God, that was so slow. Although, I don't know. Does that cost me anything in points? Oh, I didn't even destroy him. So we'll see. What was it, 509? Damn it, what's the... Oh, there it is. No, that was a screw up. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll get to it again. There we go. There it is. So once I get that, you have to use your sword to hit those pink things, and that's how you get your special sword power. And that makes you invincible for a little bit, does a huge amount of damage on screen, and it's a way to kill this guy faster. As long as you hit the right button. If you don't hit the right button, you're just running into the guy. Tried playing a Haunted House game this week, realized I don't have the patience for walking simulators anymore. Like, are you talking about the ones like the escape room kind of things where you actually go into the room? Or is this just like a video game one? Alright, so if we go hog on the Vulcan cannon. What the hell was that? Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? So it's kind of like, I can see why guys like it then, because you really have to just work at being perfect. And God knows that need for perfectionism, that's kind of one of my faults. I think that's the good part about gaming. Is that you can like simulate it, so you're not busy trying to overextend. What the? I'm hitting the wrong button a lot. Come on, sir. Damn it, just... Oh. No, I don't think it does it. Although, we'll see. If I get past 2 on the Vulcan, I'll try this one out. Alright. Ah, damn it. It's in my backlog. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You are a shmup guy, aren't you? I've had it for a while, and to be fair, I kind of wanted to do Ikaruga. So Ikaruga is a different one. The way that one works is you have a yellow or a white and a black shield, and then when you select the one, you shoot white or you shoot black, and you defend white or you defend black, and then you can absorb all of their white shots, but do twice as much damage to black things, and black things will kill you. So it's a different kind of game. It's like Galaga, yeah, but with shmups, they always add gimmicks, you know? Some kind of gameplay gimmick. And in this case, it's like 18 different weapons that you can use for all different purposes. There we go. So there, end it quick. And then we'll get a couple more chains of these guys. See, it's much better. Now we end this one off. We're at level, what, 201, but I think it ends up going to almost 3. Yes, almost 3rd level. And I've noticed this is one of those games where you have to... If you do have a really good start, it saves you a lot of hassle. But if you have a weak start, it gets like deceptively difficult later on. All right, let's focus on bulk here. So far, so good. Avoid the blues on the right. Spread this one on the left. You pull one of these chummies here. Don't. Oh, good. Save the blues. The music in Cuphead was better. Oh, I just realized this is rather on the large side here. Let me touch that down for you guys, too. My bad. Although we'll see, it's going to get kind of repetitive here for a bit, so it might even be worth turning the music off. Nice try, sir. There we go, full destruction. So what's Sluggo talking about? Something genre-defining titles are not enjoyable. Sometimes. This one is kind of, I enjoy it, just because it's, I don't know. I wish I could explain why, like the reasoning. It might just be because I played it on Xbox 360. See, this part's always tricky, because you want to get your combos, but at the same time, avoid these guys. Oh, it's that one every time, man. I have to quickly stomp this guy. Backwards in this guy. This boss I still haven't figured out. He's got this big blocking thing in front of him. I know there's like a way to cheese it or get it done pretty quickly. I couldn't tell you. As you can see, he's got like 5 or 6 different attack patterns. Oh, that's not good. I got trapped. See, that's the problem that gets me every time. It always just tricks you in there. Give me a sword. Oh, thank God. And that's the problem. You got like a limited amount of continues. So like getting through this guy, I still don't know. I might have to go look up the walkthrough, but I kind of like discovering it myself. Anyways, here we'll there, let's quiet it down a little bit, this one. So again, 748. 748. I think we can do better. So wait a minute. So if you see, if I get a combo, 2 combos, that's 500 points per wave. But if I just do this one, it's 10,000. So it obviously makes more sense not to kill those guys. But what I'm wondering is on this one. There's got to be like a combination on that. I don't know if it's easy. It's just the normal difficulty. It might go harder. But I'm just wondering if I go for the color combos, is that going to be a better way? So blue, yellow, and then red again. No. So 10,000 here. Actually, you know what? I got an idea. I think for this run. So we'll do these 3 reds, 1 blue, and then 2 yellow. So we'll get our combo, and we'll start a new combo. Didn't quite work. Got one in there anyway. I don't know. I don't think that one's working. Yeah, I don't think the homing ones work very well either. Or maybe they do. $200. Maybe. It's a little less. All right, let's try this again. Damn it. I think there's a way to, hold up a second here. Anyways, let's pause for a second. Let's just chat, you and I. So I don't have a topic for Red Morning, by the way. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. Part of me, like, if I could just go with anything, I'd probably rant about Sam Hyde. Not, like, as a content creator, but as, like, a meta. Same as I was doing with Jordan Peterson. Because, I don't know if you guys know, he had, like, a chimp out on the guy from Half Baked. Apparently he's got a podcast, and supposedly it's popular. I had no idea about any of this. think I had 2, 1, 0. And he went on the show and he was getting trolled by the guy. And instead of reacting like Sam Hyde should, he acted like iDubbbz would have. The same way he kind of got himself modern famous. And so his crew's a little bit annoyed with him. Like, dude. I don't know if this is the way. I guess we'll find out. I don't even know what Sam Hyde is. Oh no, he's he was on fucking Jesus. He was on Adult Swim back in the 2000s. He had this thing, what was the show called? $1 Million Extreme, I think. No, didn't make it. No, I think with that one you just have to come in with the wave shot. I don't think there's any other way around it to get a good point score. Anyways, he got canceled back in the day because the Tim and Eric guy got kind of jealous because his show was doing better. And he kind of was a meme for a while there. My favorite one is like every time there was a mass killing or something, they would put a picture of him up holding an AK-47 saying that he was the alleged suspect. So for like 5 years, he was known as the guy that was the serial killer. And he rolled with the punches. He was good at that. And it kind of got him into this celebrity stardom. And then he really started messing with iDubbbz on account of like Anissa messing with him. And so it got him popular again. And then he had his own kind of thing going on. Damn it. Started this show called Fish Tank. Fish Tank was, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like it, but I can see how a lot of people would. It's like a Zoomer reality TV show. It's almost like a satirical take on reality TV. A whole bunch of autistic Zoomers put in this house together. Yeah, you know what? I'm getting more points by just going after the easy stuff, so I'm just going to stick with that. Yeah, see, the chains are already up to like 30,000. So why even bother changing it if it's working? Weave around. Avoid that guy. Yeah, see, we're already up to 4. And this group here, I think it might just be easier to stick with the reds and then switch to blues right at the end. Secret, start a chain. Okay, actually, you know what? That works well. So now we're at 527. Clean out a boss quickly here and keep going at it. Yeah, it's kind of like if somebody was making fun of Big Brother. He just got in a bit of trouble because a bunch of Redditors, I guess, who hate his show, they found out where he was filming it. And they got the local city council to shut it down. There we go. Damn it! It's always the last minute, too. $627. What's it going to be at the end here? Love the Troon Bear Aloha, by the way. 637. I guess that's okay. Avoid these guys. Oh, for... No, we're gonna... What did I get? 7... 3? Or no, 7, 6. 7, 2, 6. No, wait, not here, though. Yeah. This one's a shmup. It's called Radiant Silvergun. It's a classic arcade shoot-'em-up. I think it was out in PlayStation originally. And dude, it is fun. Nice figure, because I'm having a hard time getting into gaming lately, so I was like, let's give this one a shot. Okay, we dodged these guys. I have to go to the lower side. That's the thing I missed from last time. Okay, so far so good. God, it's a lot of bullet hell dodging. There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? River Raid. No, yeah, it was Radiant Silvergun. It's just, you know what? It's the fun old school arcade experience. Maybe I'll just do it this way. If I don't even worry about too much, just get my hits in where I can and run a defensive wall. Ooh. Oh, come on, man. You can tell I have to pay attention because I have nothing to say. I'm like, shut up! Ooh, I don't like those second ones at all. Ah. Yeah, shmups, man. I get it. Because it's like, it's just an arcade, right? You pick it up, you put it down, it's whatever. How'd I end this one? 8, 2, 6. I think I could do better. Yeah, never heard of it. Really, just a sword dingo on my phone. Doesn't need the internet to play. Oh, that's good. Is that one of those, what do they call them? Gacha games? The ones that are essentially gambling simulators? Because I'm surprised how much of the gaming industry now has just become gambling. Okay, hug the left. Kill. Hug the right. Offer. I wonder if it'd be worth just going in there balls deep. It doesn't seem to work. It's a run and hack with short or shoot a spell. Yeah, honestly, and I get it, the whole like casual thing. Like, oh, you guys casuals? Like, yeah, casual's kind of where it's at. I've learned over time here, I've really wanted to just have the old school arcade experience. This time I'm going to try focusing on the left side. If I can. Ooh, that wasn't good. Yeah, it's that green laser. I have a hard as hell time seeing it. Does your girlfriend know you play computer games? Yeah. Yeah, she knows. I will say this though, when we first started dating, I'd always make sure to have it off when she came in, like when she came over for our first like couple months dating. Wasn't because I wanted to hide it from her. I just didn't, you know, the whole point of playing it was because I had nothing better to do. When she'd come over, I'd definitely have something better to do. So I was like, yeah. And then one day, I don't know, like 3 months after we started dating, started playing Call of Duty. She's like, "What's this?" She thought it was great too because it came out right around the time of my birthday, so she's like never had to worry about what to get me as a birthday gift. She's like, "Oh, it's so easy." And then Treyarch had to go and screw it up. What? Okay, hug, hug, hug. I think what I'm supposed to do is go on the third, stop on the first. So you chill. Glad you found a good one. I mean, it's not that I found her. I mean, I did, but it's a bit of when I wrote Fuck Files and now that I've written Dog Walk, if you ever read it, it is similar to that. Our little origin story. It's not quite the same, but what it really was is I was just dating a lot of girls, and I realized after like a year in of casually dating her that she's the only one that hadn't given me like giant red flags in the relationship so far. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna risk this one though. Damn it, still didn't matter. Oh, I don't know why I have such a hard time. It's like the buttons are almost intuitive. Like this is A, this is B, this is A plus B. Oh, dude, this actually might be a better play to play it. Oh, yeah, just get right in his face and start dropping him with those. Oh, Jesus, getting my ass kicked. Yeah, I don't know if that's the approach. That's super pilotish. Hey, what's up, Nuke? I don't know. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch over to Ikaruga. I mean, I guess everybody's busy, so the Discord... Although, to be fair, I haven't really been on the Discord very consistently, so expecting them to come join me at their leisure, it's a bit of an ask. Especially Mish, man. I can't believe how busy that guy is. All right, so let's... Where is...
Baby, I love you! Baby!
Yeah, we already did that. All right. Limit of shots. All right, fair enough. Normal. Let me turn the volume down though. I see a super chat too, so 1 second. Let's go with that. I have not touched this in years, so don't expect much. Yeah, it's a shmup. They call him a shmup, Nuke. Shoot 'em ups. There, see? So you got white, and you absorb white, and you can shoot white. You do double damage to reds. And I forgot how it works, but if you absorb enough of them, you get like special guns or something. And it's really about managing Because sometimes it's easy to take a safe approach like this. And sometimes it's easier to... Ooh, what was I doing there? Yeah, that's the one. And as long as you polarize your shield properly, you shouldn't be able to get hit. Oh, right, the super chat. Nova Omega, €5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. We don't do the Jack Murphys on this one, though, so I hope you don't mind. Really like your Esther Villar breakdown video. Hope you create more videos like this, controversial authors. So technically, that's part of the red pill sidebar. Oh, it's like a proper thing. I could have sworn there's a reason that all of these red things make a difference. Oh, right, that was it. You get like a thing. All right, I remember now. Yeah, so there's like a set amount in those ones. And then if I focus on there... I need to get that guy. There he is. It is nice, though, that I only have to focus on half the things on the screen with the polarity. Like, I know that's how they designed it, but still, it'd be just such a pain. Oh, dude. There we go. Can't kill me, sir. So I get it. I get it. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm probably going to be switching over to more as I do more authoring. I'm actually reading more, which I haven't done in forever, so I'll probably start talking about some of the books out there. At the very least, there is a ton of Manosphere books. Jack's got his coming out, which I owe him his cover. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah. And the other thing I've learned about shmups, by the way, off topic, I like how I'm having two different conversations at the same time. You don't actually want to... You don't actually look at the screen, you look at your ship. Because then you can kind of work on dodging things. And a lot of the time you just trust that your bullets are going to go do their thing. Does anyone want to do the forward for mine? Well, I mean, who have you asked so far? Have you asked anybody?
writing a book or a manga? I thought he was writing a manga.
Nuke's doing a manga, but you never know. Oh, that was tricky. That was tricky. I'm actually slowly switching to a black pill worldview pearl. Oh, fuck off, dude. I think I select chapter 2. That's nice. Look, man, I don't know what this black pill world of view shit is. It's like, no. I don't know. You know what? Do what you want. Good luck, man. Good luck. Nuke, you want to write it, Omega? I mean, so generally what you do is if you want somebody to do a forward for it, you give them a copy in advance, and ideally they give it a read and add something to it. But it's really up to you, Nuke. Like, ask any of us. I'm sure nobody would mind. Because generally speaking, a forward is the other person reads the book, and it's like it can be an endorsement, but it doesn't have to be. I find oftentimes what's better is somebody has their own take on it. Like, for example, when I had Rolo do my forward for Frame, he wrote it as... And it actually kind of made me laugh because I made a genuine effort to strip most of the red pill jargon from it. So if you didn't know what the red pill was, you'd never know it reading that book. You'd think it's something completely different. Which has the advantage of... if you're just sticking to jargon, it's really easy to confuse people. But then he came in there with the Chilton Manual and red pill and praxeology this. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's kind of nice to go back to its roots.
Are you referring to fuck files?
No, it was in Frame. I don't remember if I had anybody write a forward to fuck files. I really don't. Right. Now, there was another button that I really don't remember. I have to learn this one. So fire, polarity. Oh, release power is right button or right trigger.
So how long do you think you'll last before you get jittery again and start writing on a new book?
I'm making a choice now to focus on the marketing more. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still writing short stories, so it's not like I'm not getting a chance to write. But I just realized, like, I've done 2 this year already, and neither one of them have had a chance to do any breathing and really hit their stride. So I kind of did some more research into how people market it, and one of the things they were saying that was useful is spend your year marketing it. A whole year. And I'm like, oh, that's not a lot of time writing. But then I realized if I'm going to spend 3 months writing a book, why not spend 3 months marketing the book and then focus on the writing again? So we'll see. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might end up just causing things to stall out. Who knows?
It will be great. Wasn't that a burn last time?
Oh, that's right. Been meaning to. I wanted to see the Let It Burn this week. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, Nick was on it.
Yeah. That's what I was like, dude, they hate each other. I love it.
That was the first thing they addressed.
Yeah. The fuck are you doing here? It's my Rob impression.
Special guest.
All right, sir. Let's just eat all of these.
Although I have to admit, I only watched the first 5 minutes.
It happens. Let's quickly get rid of this guy. Dude, the buttons. Where's my thing? Oh, what? Oh, that was bad. I don't know why I did that.
I put a short little quest in my current build, and most of the guys who play the game on which it's based will recognize it.
Oh, yeah?
You won't. You have never played this game, but most of the guys will.
I feel bad. I'm getting old now where it's like, what's this? And everybody gets to tell me about all these things I don't know about anymore. It's like Grandpa Simpson.
It's kind of on the level of Skyrim in the sense of popularity and longevity, in a sense.
Yeah.
It's The Witcher 3, which is So she's also reached 11 years now.
Huh.
So 11 years.
Oh, dude. I'm not paying attention at all. Anyways, keep going. I'm listening.
No, it's gonna be a surprise, and it's for you to figure out. It's gonna be similar to what Paul Potato did.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that was so...
Yours.
That was like probably the most fun video I've ever made on any of my channels, was that one.
But it's extremely short in this case. There are only 2 redstone contraptions. The first one involves a book that you need to find in a place.
I mean, as long as it's got a good story, right? That's all that matters.
Well, it's not even in this case, it doesn't really have a story. It's simply a repetition of the quest line, and there's the final page.
Huh.
Also serves as the key. Is the reference to the location you find. Well, like I said, it's a short quest. It's not like Paul Potato. You don't have that level of imagination and ingenuity. But the reward at the end is very high.
I switched.
But considering you're never gonna do it anyway, it's a complete netherite armor, fully enchanted.
Jesus.
The silence armor, including sword edge.
That does sound kind of cool. Right. I'm paying attention. It's hard to
No, I
not
know.
sound distracted with this. You see the screen?
I know. That's why I hesitated for the longest time to jump in. That's all those games in
All right, I think we're doing it.
But the problem was, I don't know if it's possible. I tried to do it in vanilla with the cheat on and spawn in certain, let's say, enemies like the wither skeleton or a blaze.
Right.
But it just won't pop in vanilla. When with the cheats on, they just blip out again. You know what the problem is.
Wish I could explain it. I don't know. It's weird. The game's got a whole bunch of new stuff now that I can't quite explain. It's just... Although I guess we haven't updated it, so it probably doesn't matter, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain the way they've been moving it.
Yeah, but it isn't... seems kind of wonky at times. Like, they put in new things. Like, when you said, don't pander to your audience. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but since a while they've been putting out forums or requests to the audience as what would you like to put in the next update.
I know, those are so stupid.
And with the current one, the latest one, not the full release so far, they've put in copper golems.
So what do copper golems do?
They're kind of an elf, Santa's little helper sorting system.
Yeah. See, what attracted me most to it was that none of the stuff was done for you, and you kind of had to automate it yourself. Maybe we should be focusing on these things.
Well, yeah, like with every new update, there seems to be more and more divide between several camps.
Well, I mean, I get what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make it appeal to everybody. Oh, dude. Alright, I gotta focus on getting that black guy out of here.
And it's gonna sound like a cliche, but it's when you watch the promo videos, often it's women who are enthusiastically telling about a new update, and the thing they put in is like, this sounds like Halo over again. It's like,
I know, right? And like, it's the weirdest thing is business-wise, I get it. Like, I know it doesn't work, but business-wise, I get what they're trying to do. Guys love this game. 50% of the market. Hey, let's expand it. Let's start attracting women. And then they completely ignore the current fan base, thinking they will be here. They are loyal. not realizing that gamers are probably like the least loyal fan base in anything. That's
They're
been
loyal
like
to no, they're loyal to an extent.
compared to any other hobby, they're
There's a
least.
limit.
They're the least.
Yeah.
Warhammer guys will stick around. Gamers never.
Yeah, even with the Warhammer guys.
Yeah, and I'm not
the-
saying gamers aren't loyal to their products at all. What I'm saying is they're just like the least loyal. And so yeah, like Tekken just had that. Oh my god, I've never seen. They're dropping off a cliff, and right now they're holding on by their nuts. Oh, one sec.
No, I'm not a World of Warcraft guy, but last time I checked, World of Warcraft had a pretty large amount of loyal fan base until a certain point when they used up all their goodwill
Yeah.
that they built up until then. It's like, no, we're done. There was a final straw.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing now. Tekken was exactly the same way. The Season 2 patch. So everybody was having issues that everything is too... Like, there's no counterplay. That was always the one thing on a meta level from Tekken that attracted people to it. Was no matter what you did, there was always a counter. Like, nothing didn't have a solution. It may have been extremely difficult. You may have not been good at it, but you knew it was there. And so even when you lose, you'd never feel cheated. So what they did now is they brought in a bunch of guys from a different fighting game, that different style. And what it does is they switched to sort of like a ton of things now that you just have no counterplay for. You just have to sit there and block. But then when you block, you take damage. So it puts you in a situation where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
That it used to be, as far as I understand from you, is that it used to be all skill based.
Yeah.
When it was difficult, it was skill based. There was a reward of success at the end. Now, as far as I understand it from you, none of
Well,
it.
I mean, there's still a skill involved. The problem is, like, the easiest example that somebody picks up is that if you get launched, sometimes they have a combo, they'll have 3 tail spins. It's a combo mechanic, and they'll have, what's the other thing? A heat engager, plus another free tail spin. For a 60-second match, you're spending 20 seconds of it without controlling your character, just watching yourself float through the air. And you're going to
20
get
seconds,
launched twice in a round. That's basically 2/3 of the round. You're just sitting there watching your character get bodied. And it's like, that's not fun.
But really, 20 seconds that long?
Yeah, some of the
Seems a
longer
bit-
ones are even longer. 10 seconds is like
Yeah.
a minimum.
That seems exaggerated.
Oops. But so there's that, and then for a lot of guys, they have such oppressive strings. They actually have like what do they call it? A pull mechanic. So with Tekken, one of the things that used to be one of your movement defensive options was backing away. You can always back away from somebody when they're putting pressure, eventually pull up enough space that you can whiff punish them. So now what they have is that when you start hitting them with moves, it starts sucking you in. So it's impossible to dodge. Ooh. Now the problem with that is you get a lot of these characters that are like rushdown characters. They're essentially 10, 15 seconds of just straight pressure that they get to... Why did I do that? They get to pull straight pressure for like 10 to 15 seconds and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to sit there and block and take chip damage. So again, you get a launch, you lose 20 seconds of your clock. You get just somebody putting pressure on you like that, it's another 15 seconds. For like a large majority of the 60-second round, you're just not in control of your character, so you're not really playing a game. It's more like a gambling simulator. Who gets that first lucky hit? And there's one thing I'm pretty astute with, is finding out when a game is trying to be a gambling simulator and when it's trying to be a game. And I can't stand gambling games. That's always been my thing. I don't like gambling at all.
Oh, that's a history to it, so it's logical.
Yeah. But at the same time, gambling's just not a game. So it's like, I'm not playing gambling. I want to play a game. But yeah, so I see the same thing, and it's, they were talking about it on, I can't remember what the name of the organization is. There's this game dev organization. I just love watching their videos because they talk about Lidology, basically. They're devs talking to other devs. Like how we get this thing going. One of my favorite lectures was this guy saying, I am a B-tier developer. He's kind of like the way I'm an author. He's like that for game devs. Like, he's not a top-tier AAA studio guy. He's like, I have 50 games on the Steam thing, and they all earn enough to let me like feed my family kind of thing, right? And he would talk about the economics of that. And then another guy, then you get the big developers on there. They were talking about how they were turning games into software as a service. And that was like some evil shit. You hear some things like, yeah, we're not trying to make the games fun because, you know, people enjoy things and it's fun, but compulsion is way better for retention. And then they would find like neat ways to maximize user retention, which is like crazy when you realize one of the ones they figured out was just to delay things. Like they add loading screens that don't need to be there. Basically stuff that takes guys out of the game. I think Diablo 4 got in a bit of hot water for that too.
Was the first ones who talked about it publicly? Was it Apple with Steve Jobs?
I wish I could tell you. I don't remember.
But was it all called again with advertisement and everything else?
Like, I remember Steve Jobs when he had iPhone stuff. He had kind of a reverse version of that to make it seem snappier. What he would do is for apps to load, sometimes they would load and it took. Oops. Sometimes when they load, it would take longer. So what he would do is he would tell them to have a loading screen that looks like the interface. So that way it'd give the person the impression that the app was faster than it really was. And I was like, dude, that's clever as shit. Because Rory Sutherland had a talk on this. He's a marketing guy for Ogilvy's or something like that. And he mentioned when it comes to people waiting, it's not so much the wait they don't like, it's the not knowing when the waiting will stop. That's what drives them nuts.
No.
Jesus.
And the loading bar that always pops up during a loading time screen.
Yeah, and the example he used was the London trains, where they spent $1 billion or something like that to make the trains run a minute faster, but user satisfaction didn't improve. And then what his idea was for them was he put a sign, like a $100 sign in the station, to show you when the next train was coming. And he's like, yeah, right there increases user satisfaction more than your $1 billion train that runs a minute faster. Just here, so people know how long they have to wait. And I always just like how he gets people thinking along those lines. Anyways, the problem is now they're using those same kind of ideas of user experience and they're kind of warping them and using them for evil, and I don't like it. That's why I don't like new games. That's why I don't like new movies. All this new stuff, it's just designed to sap my time from me, and I don't like it.
But I went full corporate.
Yeah, and I'm all for evil corporate stealing money stuff, but when did not making a better, more engaging product become the thing? Everybody just thinks, oh no, it's great if we just, how shitty can we be before the user leaves? It's like, that's not the way, man. But everybody's got that in their head now, and so until people go bankrupt, it's like Canada. They're not going to fix it until something breaks. And unfortunately, there's so much debt and capital floating around right now that...
So basically, you're fine with it as long as what you get in return is worth it.
Well, yeah. That's the whole point. Like, why wouldn't you want something that doesn't waste your time? You put all kinds of evil tricks. Just don't waste my time.
If you want to be a devil, be a fair devil.
That's a good way of putting it. Isn't Canada a province of USA? That's adorable. There's no way in hell you guys would want to be a province of Canada, or Canada to be a province of the USA.
Canada would be the Greece of Europe.
Canada is basically the Greece of North America. The way we're going right now, it's just ridiculous. Dude, what the hell? There we go. I don't think I have enough of a chain to do anything to this new guy. Ryan, half the game screen is off on the right side. Oh, jeez. That's my bad. Why did that get all the way over there? There we go. Is that better? Should be better. How about that? I hate making those amateurish mistakes.
Well, Jack has some troubles in his first couple streams as well with playing Stardew Valley, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is he going for Stardew? Dude, so many people like play that game in real life now. It's hilarious. Like a bunch of the San Francisco tech startups, they just moved to Montana.
Isn't Stardew... How old is it now? 6 years older?
I figured it was 10, but you could be right.
Oh, it could be 10. I thought it was a bit too long.
Yeah, it's definitely not new. That much we can agree on. So I don't know. I still think I like Radiant Silvergun better, but this one's fine.
Is it also one from the 90s, Radiant Silvergun?
I want to say these are from the 2000s, but don't quote me on that.
I have no idea. Never played this one.
Oh. Never? Like, you never played Gradius or R-Type? R-Type was always the one I loved the most growing up.
Unless you count the original. What was it called again? The one
Asteroids?
I think it was where the aliens kind of in a crab fashion descend. And you need to
Space Invaders. The original
Space
Schmup.
Invaders.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Look at that. I actually did it. All right. I think it's good. What are you doing on for time now? I don't think I want to play this all goddamn day. An hour. I made it an hour. That's good. Let's see what chat's up to. They skew the market to their own values, interest, opposing an opposing view to dystopic scenarios. Wait, what is this? Oh, dude, I missed a whole conversation here. The market will dictate what's valuable. Baseline movie song images. Okay. So here, as best I can understand, this is why the market is so skewed right now towards nonsense. So obviously, you guys know the monetary thing, right? You guys, the whole Federal Reserve, currency, inflation. And we're in like a 70s style inflation right now, at least in Canada. I'd assume the States somewhat too. The idea is you work for money, but your money is ultimately devalued over assets. And that's because there's a whole bunch of debt out there. The problem, though, is there's a lot of guys then with a lot of cash because they've managed to build cash, use debt to buy infrastructure, or not infrastructure, assets. Assets don't devalue while the currency devalues, so they're worth more technically dollar for dollar. I'm trying to word it properly here because it's not like things are worth more. It's just money's worth less, so more money is the same amount. Problem is now, there's been so many instances where that has happened and so much money flushed through the system that people have large amounts of debt-fueled money and they don't know where to put it. And you're seeing all kinds of weird market distortions from it. Like housing became an investment for a while there. And then all of a sudden, everybody's real estate market just, like Canada's real estate market, is just messed. It makes no sense until you realize the reason that Vancouver is so expensive is not because people want to live there like they do, but there's no industry, there's no economy. It's like a large city of a small town. So what the Chinese are doing is because they're not allowed to take money out of China. China refuses. So there is casinos in Shanghai or Singapore? I can't remember. Anyways, the Chinese go there to gamble, but it's really just money laundering, a way of getting your money out of the Asian system. And then they have to park it somewhere. So they park it in West Coast real estate, California, Vancouver, whatever. And that's why buildings are like super expensive down there, but nobody lives there. So social services are getting cut down, like schools and stuff. Of course, now that market's saturated, and so money has to keep finding other places to go. It went to gaming. So private equity started buying out all kinds of like gaming studios, and that's where this stuff comes through. They're not actually trying to make a sustainable business. They just want to get a quick ROI on their thing. And so, yeah, that's why they focus on compulsive activities as opposed to fun and loyalty building activities, because they just want the compulsion to get you in to make it worth more, because look how much watch time we have on World of Warcraft or Diablo 4. Then they sell it to a bunch of investors who are left holding the bag trying to fix the game. They pay the developers less, developers go out of business, you know all that stuff. Gaming got saturated too. It's at the point that like the weirdest stuff, like YouTubers. There's a new expose out on YouTube. Like you guys remember Veritasium, like some of the big YouTube channels. There's Veritasium, there's Economics Explained. All these channels that you usually watched and liked, and it's like one guy doing a thing. The game theories, they've all been bought out by private equity. Private equity bought all of them out. So all the YouTube guys that you watch that you thought were just single guys, private equity's gotten more money than sense. They gave them $1 million payouts to take their channel, and they're like, all right, now make a bunch of slop. And then that's one of the reasons why slop has taken over the platform. AI, people are throwing trillions into that, hoping it pays off. And so everybody's got more money than sense and nowhere to invest it in because everything is saturated. And so they're chasing any new risky investment anywhere. And the only way it gets fixed is if somebody starts calling back these debts. And that only happens with some kind of economic recession, which I don't even know where that goes, because Canada's 10, 12 years into our lost decade. The States need something to crash. And then when that thing crashes, it'll have a cascade effect, and then everybody will call in debts. And then same as 2008, right? I don't know what the effects are going to be. I just know Canada needs one for real estate at the very least, which it's sort of getting. Like in Toronto right now, the current markets will die when liquidity ends, basically. The problem is nobody wants liquidity to die because they know what that means. And so everybody is delaying it and postponing it and mitigating against it, and it's going to make it worse. But eventually you just can't stop. Like, for example, in Toronto, sales are down 90%. Nobody's selling anything because then everybody found out. They're like, oh, the market's peaked. Better sell my 500 square foot condo for $1 million. And everybody's like, in Toronto? Fuck you. Like, no. And then they're like, oh, geez, well, that sucks. They're like, I'll buy it for 600. And they're like, well, I'm just going to take it off the market then, wait for the market to heat up. And so everybody just took all their stuff off the market. And now the market's overvalued. Nobody's selling and nobody's buying. So what has to happen is the guys who are selling need to be in a financial situation where they have to sell. Layoffs. And the Fortune 100 companies in Canada just started announcing layoffs. And then what does the government do? They throw 1 million more Indians into the country, and they're like, use these guys, they're cheaper. And I'm watching it, man. Everybody's company's laying off like thousands of people right now, and Indies are coming in to fill the jobs super cheap, but then the quality of the business goes down. So it's kind of like, when is the Canadian economy going to have the same, that ET 1982 thing? And then AI. I think AI people are really chicken littling that. It's definitely scaremongering. Because, like, who's it really going to replace? Like, what jobs? There's a few. Programmers, it looks like it can streamline it. So you, instead of like 100 programmers, maybe you only need 50. For legal discovery, it looks like you can input a shit ton of legal documentation and ask it to pull stuff out for you. It looks like it's going to cause some troubles for law, but it's not going to decimate law. It's going to do what everything else does. It's going to make things more efficient and then less people to do the same thing. Same as agriculture. Like, we still have farmers. It's just instead of 80% of the population farming, like 1% of the population is farming now. And there's going to be that, but for white collar jobs. And to be fair, I get it. Like, even like for like the book, I'll use that for example. I still hire a normal editor because, like, I've tried. I put a chapter of my book when I was writing it, I think Dogwalker, into AI, into ChatGPT, and I'm like, do a proofreading and editing for me. And what it brought back was just garbage. Like, the thing where they keep throwing M dashes into work where it doesn't belong, just whenever they need to pause. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. It changes the wording. It ended up, I had to like spend so much time double checking its work that I could have just spent editing it myself. So I'm like, yeah, no. A proper editor, paid Nick, do the thing. I think that's still way better. But the one thing I do find it good for is if I'm just doing a blog post. I'll send it 1,000 words. I'm like, here, just proofread it. Don't use M dashes. Make sure I've got the right spelling, the right punctuation, and capitalization where it matters. Because those are the little problems that matter. It's not that my grammar is wrong. It's just that people hate being taken out of it. So AI is great for that. It allows me to blog more efficiently so I can get a post out in an hour instead of 4 hours, which means I can have tons more work. And you guys see the results. Instead of just their Tuesday only thing, I'm putting out 3 or 4 things on a variety of different topics. Same thing with the YouTube scripts. For the YouTube channel, like, I already have a specific wording and AI can't replicate it. I show it. I'm like, I want this style, I want this beats. It doesn't even script even close to that. The one thing I have found it good for, though, is for cleaning it up and for maybe expanding it. But yeah, as soon as I ask it for any type of creative input, no, it's good at like janitorial stuff. It's not going to replace. Try using the O3. What's that?
Reproducing what already exists.
Yeah. But that's the problem, is like it's trained on fucking Redditors. So everything I do ends up looking like a Reddit post if I put it through ChatGPT. And yeah, O3, O4, I've done both. If you use O4 enough, it'll say, sorry, we got to go back to O3. You've used your daily allotment or whatever. And then it goes back to O3. I don't like either of them. Anything more serious than a blog post and just proofreading, I don't trust it with, and I wouldn't trust it with. With script writing, just fix the spelling. That's all I care about. Or sometimes it's like spell out all the acronyms if I use jargon here. Like if I say, hey, Pergamy, replace it with this phrase, something that explains it, stuff like that. Bitch work. And it doesn't matter if I use O3 and O4. The one thing I have found use, though, is Midjourney. The image one. But I don't think anybody knows how to use that. Because obviously it's only good at creating what already exists. So like, for example, I'll pull up... you guys won't see this because it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to remember what the hell my prompts were.
Post Zero, they tried it with the dating apps for writing a good intro, good biography.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that works. Maybe it doesn't. It's not a need I need it for. Oh, here we go. So like, for example, Softbone, the book. You guys have seen the cover, I assume. I did some research. I'm like looking through what have like the old 1970s pulp books look like, 60s science fiction, all the different genres, right? And then I found out one of the main artists that I actually kind of liked the work he did was this guy called John Schoenher. I'll put his thing in here. This guy. Yeah, you pull up his images. He did like Dune, all kinds of cool shit like this. I'm like, oh, that's neat. Okay, so I know what I want. I want a book that looks like a 1960s pulp novel, but I want it to have 1970s sensibilities and 1980s composition. I know it's a weird thing to explain. It makes more sense when you look at it. You can kind of see it, but... So there. And of course, if you just type that stuff in, I want a guy with a gun and an eye patch. It'll give you a single guy staring at the camera, not posing. So you have to say, I want this something in the style of John Schoenher. I want it to be an oil painting. I want it to be cyberpunk. I want it 1970s science fiction cover. Man, leather eye patch, holding revolver, tan leather jacket, looking intimidating. And then it gives you an image. But the problem is, like, I'm not going to make that the cover. So I have to take that, separate the background from the foreground, which is another AI tool there, and then it gives me an asset. And now I just use it like digital artists do. So I'll get an asset for him. I'll make like each character have their own digital assets, put them in situations, see what I can do, and then compose them together in a way that I like. But like, I can't get AI to do that. And even if I was just using stock art or drawing it myself or hiring another artist, I'm still doing the same digital work. It's just replacing the work of like stock art. So it's like, I can handle that, because stock art never works anyway because they don't know the context of what you're trying to do. So AI is actually better for that. So yeah, it sucks for that photo, whatever they call them. Yeah, the source of authority shit. Dude, I chimp out. And there's one guy on Substack. I commented on something, and then within 30 seconds, he sent back a chat GPT comment explaining stuff. And I was just like, fuck you, you cunt. Send me a book. Here, read this comment. I'm like, no. This is social media. It's not anti-social media. I'm talking to you. If you want to disagree with me, you want to spurg out, that's fine. But don't send me a computer prompt. I don't give a fuck. Just go, sorry, Mr. Sensitive. And they start talking again. I'm just like, I'll fucking... I will send a goatsy people who do that shit. Yeah, have a good one. You too, man. Yeah, so they can go ahead and use it. Dude, and I told you, I've never been to 4chan before. It's like my little hidden shame. I finally went last month. And I went there. I'm not impressed. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it for me. It was like troons. People who wanted to do AI porn of like their coworkers or neighbors or family members or some weird shit. There's a lot of like, hey, people getting killed thread. And then the first thing I saw was the old Russian beheading video I saw as like a teenager in the 2000s. I was like, holy shit, that takes me back. But like, yeah, I was like, this gets old real quick. Yeah. I don't know why I was bringing that up though. No, people will outsource their reasoning to AI because they're lazy. Yeah. And that's the thing, is that all you're doing, and it's the same thing that newspapers do. Like, you ever see that? Ryan Holiday's Trust Me, I'm Lying media influencer, where he'll go in and somebody will write a blog post saying some shit. And it's a blog. They don't care. You don't have to fact check things. You can just say whatever the fuck you want. Oh, Donald Trump slept with a hooker. Oh my God. And then the bigger ones, like at the time it was like Perez Hilton and that, they will scour the blogosphere, as they used to call it, and they'll find the most like outrageous posts, and they'll say, hey, a source of mine just talked about this thing here, and then he'll have it. And then like local media stations will pick that up going, oh my God, famous blogger Perez Hilton has accusations like from multiple sources that this. And then like national media picks it up. It's like, oh, turns out these 5 sources have said this thing about Trump. Oh my God. And it's all bullshit. It's all based on some guy who just put some shit out. And that's the same thing AI is doing. AI has just replaced Perez Hilton as the guy who steals from everybody else's blog to put his own thing on there, which old heads will know who I'm talking about, but the new guy's like, what the fuck's a Perez Hilton? It's a gay gossip guy. He was trying to steal the clout of Paris Hilton. And if you're like, who the fuck is that? You're like, just look it up. I can't even.
For the longest time when I heard that name, I thought it was a chick.
Yeah. I mean, everything that the site did, it made you kind of believe it was a chick too, until you realize it was just a twink. Yeah, I've said this on a stream with Jack, Nooch, Arch, and Red Hawk. We are developing technical social classes, and the ones who became reliant on AI find themselves in the bottom of that hierarchy. Zizek talked about that. He called it techno-feudalism. Yeah, I watched Zizek lectures. Yeah. It was Slavoj Zizek, and it wasn't Peter Thiel, but it was somebody like that. And he was right. It's like, I get it now. So techno-feudalism, if you guys don't know, it's like, you know how feudalism works, right? A lord has a plot of land that is responsible for. He lets a peasant manage it. It's like, here, you get this plot of land. You farm what you want from it. I need X amount of the yields, like 25% or at least 100 bushels a day or whatever it is. And then the farmer basically farms land that's not his. He keeps any excess for himself, but as long as he pays off his lord or whatever. Techno-feudalism is the same thing. Google. Here, you have my platform. Here's your channel. You just make sure I get 30% of your revenue, and then you work on that one. And they've all siloed themselves. Like, have you ever tried to bring an audience from YouTube to Twitter or from Twitter to Substack? It's fucking impossible. I just did a test with Nick. He had a short story he wrote called Samurai. I like it. It was a fun read. And I was like, can I see something? He goes, yeah, because I had a story of my own. I call it the Great Canadian Knockoff Fuck the Jews Street Festival. It's a pretty fun story about a walk to the dog park. When you have to walk through a Hamas protest. But I was like, yeah, every day I'd kind of like quote a different part from it, put it up there. It got to like 10, 15,000 impressions, which is unheard of for an article for me. So I'm like, let me try something. And so I took his story, put it up in my articles, constantly retweeting it with different quotes and all that stuff. I got it up to 10,000 impressions too. And I'm like, how many people clicked the link because they wanted to read more? And then Nick looked, he's like, 2 people. And I'm like, that's a lot of work for 2 people. And it just turns out, yeah, because I know Substack's kind of throttled. But at the same time, if you want to bring somebody from one platform to another, it's impossible. So it's almost stupid to cross-pollinate your work from one to another, other than to let people know it's there. And yeah, that's a fiefdom thing. You can't farm for Google. You're farming for Amazon. I think even now, I've yet to see an Amazon purchase of the book based on a link from Twitter, unless I go viral. So we'll have to see. But yeah, so I mean, at the end of this is I think people are so bad at this, and the way private equity has been just kind of ruining things. I don't think any of our doom and gloom AI is taking our gerbs is coming to pass. I think it's more likely that Indians are going to take it all. The nepotism runs hard. Yeah, techno-feudalism. So what's the way out of that? And that's how I look at it. It's like, if we're doing the red pill thing, it's what you're supposed to do. All right, this is happening. There's nothing I can do about it. I can either become Myron and cry about, hold them AI bitches accountable, or I could be like, all right, how do you navigate this? Where's the winners? Where's the losers? With AI, I'm not sure yet. From what I can tell, using it to automate the parts that you can automate where quality doesn't matter. MP3 effect stuff. I see that working. Like, I can make my cover, and I'm sure I could hire an artist to do a better job, but it'll take them, A, it costs more, and B, it'll take them months. Like for Dog Walker, that piece I commissioned from Ray, it's great, I love it, but it did take him like a month to get that done. Where Softbone, I had everything I needed in like a couple days. Of course, if I had gotten him to paint that in the style that I wanted to, and he was able to, he would have had it would look 10% better. There'd be no errors on this, that, or the other thing, but it's a trade-off, right? A $10 Mid-Journey subscription can do it. Yeah, just navigate it, exactly. And then the one thing I've noticed too is that I'm able to more blog posts. I can do more tweets. I can do more essays. I can just get more stuff done with a couple AI tools. And I even played around because a lot of people point out, it's like, you don't need AI. And the Smithsonian, the Met, European Union, they all have like gigantic stock art collections from like paintings over the last 700 years. Here, let me see if I can find where I got it. It's my Creative Commons folder. So like, for example, here's the Met. You can get anything you want from the Met. It's all royalty free. Take whatever pictures you want. Here's the Getty Museum. Same thing. Well, the free thing, I'll get to that in a second too. The National Gallery of Art. And this isn't even all of them. This is just the few that I got. Museum of Cleveland. The European Union's one. I don't know what the hell this one is. Oh, it's something else. And it's like, do whatever you want. You can take, what's the example here? Just on the one, today's popular one. What's that picture of that one? A sugarcane plant, flowers, and stem bordered by 16 inches. Man, colored lithograph. A colored lithograph from the 1800s. Oh, I can't even. Oh, I guess I'll show it to you. Here is this one here. You could easily take that and adopt it to whatever. And it's there, and you just take it. AI, I could make like a shittier version of this, but it would be more customized to what I want. And it's, I don't know, you're the creative types, you can do it. Sluggo's like, a lot of us cult members would make cover art and proofread for free. Yes, but I've learned you get what you pay for. And I'm not shitting on guys for being excited about things. I'm not shitting on them for, being cultish and standing for me. That stuff's fine. It's that once it's free, it's, first off, if something gets busy on your end, you just quit. You're like, fuck whatever, and you walk away, which sucks for me because I have deadlines. And you do it, and let's say I don't like it, and I say I don't like it, and I say why I don't like it. Fan's gone. He takes that very personally, so you're obliged to use it, and it's like, no. There's just so many things that can go wrong with somebody doing your cover for free because they like you or something like that. It just doesn't work. Yeah, the biggest hindrance will be the degradation of discernment and comprehension. We still have already seen the generation of reading skills amongst college graduates. And to be fair, I get that's why like scams are getting to be a big thing now. Dude, like if people are truly as stupid as you think with AI, the amount of like rug pulls you can pull on people should just get insane.
Oh, not to mention that it's annoying as hell with the ads and everything. Oh, they're like, dude, it's clearly AI. It's clearly fucking cheap ads, scams, and all that.
Oh, like the one with George Floyd doing an ad for like an impulse control pill. I was like, that's fucking funny.
No, with everything, man. Like gaming, like these ad games.
Oh, like
What's it
gacha
called?
games and stuff too, you mean?
Yeah, gacha games. And then when you actually download the game, it's not the same game. And then they put in people these days that say, these ads that advertise a game, and then you download it, it's not actually the real game. And now it's even with money scams.
Yeah.
It's insane. They keep popping up. They don't stop. They get even more ridiculous, and it's like, who's gonna fall for this shit?
And that's just it. They don't have to get everybody to fall for it. They only need a few people. But everybody's
Yeah,
doing
no,
it. And so I'm with you. I just
yeah.
check out. I'm like, done. Out. Good luck, man. I
I
don't
think
follow.
Dave,
Dave's the only thing
was
I
it,
follow when it comes to gaming news now. That's it.
was it Dave who covered? Was it David who covered this article from one of these gacha games, or was it Esmond Gold? I forgot which one it was.
I know Dave has done some. It depends which one.
I can't remember.
What's this one? Elon Musk $5 super chat. Hey Ryan, FYI, I have been paying Aaron Clary to not review your books. It's my contribution to the Terror War. By the way, I'm a 6'4" SoundCloud rapper. You be careful, man. The SoundCloud rapper bar outside my building gets murders all the time. I could tell he's read the new one. The reference here, if I'm reading it right, is the fuck the Jew story I had. I just had to go get some dog food. We were out and I had to go to the store and get some. It was like a 15-minute walk, but I'm like, it's 5 p.m. It's probably traffic. I'll just walk. I won't drive. So I leave the house. I go down there and it's like traffic is worse than usual. I'm like, what the hell? It's like gridlock. So I cross the street and do whatever. And then all of a sudden I see a cop and then 2 cops and then 17 cops and then 50 cops. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm standing at the red light and I look and I see a Hamas or like a Palestine flag in the distance. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in the middle of a Hamas desert. So I start walking and I had the dogs with me and this guy in a balaclava with like the keffiyeh scarf bumps into one of my dogs and he turns around and says, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, I'm expecting him to come in with some IRA bullshit. He's like, oh, sorry, man. Excuse me. Didn't mean to bump into your dog. I'm like, what the fuck's the point of a balaclava? And so I thought that was funny as fuck. And there's cops are everywhere on the one side. Hamas protesters are everywhere on the other side. And it wasn't just like it was the polite balaclava guy, but then there was a bunch of old people. They're sitting there chatting like it was the bingo hall. And they all had on the scarf and they're all like tweeting. And I just think it's hilarious. I'm like, dude, what kind of bougie fuck the Jews protest is this? And it's
In
like
other
there
words,
was,
they were
yeah, it was like a party.
I wanted something to do.
Yeah. And it was the funniest thing too, is because like there was Jewish people walking the streets, getting there, doing their daily business. Because like I live around the area, there's a lot of them here. And they didn't hate those Jews. It was just more like an abstract fuck the Jews. And I just started laughing. I'm like, this is hilarious. But then I look behind us, the Blue Jays game got out. And so behind me is like 10,000 people in Blue Jays jerseys. Beside me is 50 cops on bikes and cars and SUVs. Traffic is gridlocked everything. Mostly Indian guy Uber drivers. And then in front of me is a Hamas protest and my dogs are like just freaking out. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I get through all of this mess. I get down to the dog food store and it was just like quiet in there. So I just sat for a minute and then some other chick came in with her dog and I could tell she was in there for the same reason. And we just kind of looked and it was like, oh yeah, she hates this Hamas shit too. So I grab my food. I take my time. The chick at the front desk was just like bitching about how this sucks for customers and that. And we always chill and chat. Ask me how the fam's doing. And then I was like, oh, I got to go home. So I start walking and I'm like through the same crowd again. Like, you know what? And I take a right. I go down. There's this street called Blue Jays, or not Blue Jays Way. It's the one beside it. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like offices there. So that's where you go when you're commuting to work. You go through these ones. Naturally, there's no traffic there because that's where people work for a living. Get home. And my girl's just passed out on the couch because she wanted a nap and her fucking mouth's hanging out and her thing's hanging there. And I just laugh. And I was like, I got to write this down. This is going to be the best story ever. I even had a couple photos and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use that photo. The funniest part though was like this Italian sandwich shop. And he was out there chilling with the cop and the cop was just bitching like, yeah, man, we haven't eaten all day. Blah, blah, blah. Working overtime. And I was like, oh, who's paying for this? I have a feeling somehow the $300 in property taxes increase I got this year is paying for it, but whatever. And then he offers the first 70 cops, hey, first 70 cops get a free sandwich. Just come on over, line up. They all like drop their bikes, leave their posts, obviously like afraid for the public safety. They're like, oh, free sandwich? fuck the Moss thing. And it was like the most Canadian thing I had seen in weeks. And I was just, oh. And I'm laughing about it now, but I'm like, inside is like a visceral anger. So then Elon Musk here tweets this one and it just makes me laugh.
It sounds a lot like your CNN story.
Which one's, oh, that, yeah, the military one. Yeah, those guys drove me nuts. Because like I'd been missing so much sleep and it was just such a facade of justice. Like, son of you bitch. Anyways, yeah, so thank you for telling Clary not to review my books. To be fair, he doesn't read them. He asks me to send him the audiobook. And he's like, so it's not even like compliment, nothing. He's like, email me the MP3 files. I was like, for fuck's sakes, Clary. I haven't sent him the latest 2 yet because I don't know if he even likes fiction. So, and I've still got to do reviews of Book of Numbers and what's the other one he had? The World Without Men. And they're all kind of like similar. So it's not hard to do. I've read them both. But I would refer to Clary stuff as like an extended blog post. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it is what it is. And if you know Clary's work, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, he doesn't mind the fiction stuff because he did a couple reviews for some guys that more or less was also fiction. Yeah, fiction with some Manosphere-esque team, like in your case here.
Yeah, but what I kind of should be doing with this is, because I do want people outside of the Red Pill to kind of know of it, because I think it's good. It can stand on its own merits. I got to get into those areas. And I know just giving out the book to a lot of people is helpful. It's like here, and no strings attached. Like you can talk shit about it, you can talk great about it, you can say nothing about it, that's fine. It's the only way that works. You can't have any expectations to it. But then, like, is it a thing? If I see a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers that talks about books, can I just say, here's 500 books, here's my book, read it, and just talk about it on a video? I don't care if you like it or hate it. Like, is that a thing? I don't know. I gotta find out.
Well, anyways, Clary's thing was simply, he doesn't care. As long as it's good, and there's an audio version of it, so he can listen to it while he's hiking or doing something else, and it's good, he doesn't mind.
Oh, that'll be good. Because audio, I just finished Softbone and, dude, I thought trying to get 3-4 books done in a year was stupid. Oh, dude, 2 audiobooks concurrently? Don't ever do that. That's fucking garbage. Never do it. I hated my life. There was like a month where I just wanted to die. So Dogwalker's sitting there in the queue right now. It won't let me even try to touch Softbone until that one's been released in August. So I'm probably going to give that one 2-3 months, let it hit its peak. And then when it starts to trickle down, I'll put the audiobook out. But yeah, next time, no, man. One at a time. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And don't use AI for your voice audio either. That fucking sucks.
You say that, but then half a year later, he's at it again.
Probably. Well, if I get lucky, one of these ones will go Colleen Hoover famous, and then I never have to touch it again. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to Stephen King. 7 books a year. I'm just fucking out of here.
Or J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trying to pick the new references for the Zoomers. They're Colleen Hoover. They won't know what a J.K. Rowling is. They just know her as the Troon assassin.
Or George R.R. Martin.
The difference is I'm not trying to finish my piece of shit book. The T app. Dude, you guys see that one? Yeah. X-Runner's talking about the T app where it's basically somebody made an app for the Facebook group of Are We Dating the Same Guy? It's like, hey, is there a guy you dated that you fucking hate? Well, you talk about it here. And everybody's like, oh, this is going to suck. And the first thing they did is they used an example from the app, and it was just like putting this one guy on blast for being basically a Weinstein. And then the guy, turns out he's just a guy. They just stole his picture and used his name and made an ad making him out to be a predator. So he sued him. He's like, you sons of bitches. You can't just... And I laughed. They have a Me Too app now called T. And the first thing they did was a false accusation of some poor bastard who had nothing to do with nothing. Oh.
That's slander? Isn't basically slander?
Libel. Slander is verbal. Libel is written. But, so some guy, I don't know if it's a real app or it was just like a mock-up to make fun of it, They called it box collar or something like that. And it's basically, have you been dating? It's the same thing, but for guys to talk about which girls were shitty in bed. Did she try to kill your cat? And I just thinking it's like it's the 2000s are so back. Like I still remember that one Portland blog. These guys had a coffee shop in Portland, and they would just talk about their dates. They do infields. Yeah, I dated this girl, slept with her here. It's all good, like your basic bitch infields for PUA stuff. And then some of the girls found out about it, and oh man, the guys lost their coffee shop and the protesting, the tar and feathering. It was bad. I was laughing my ass off, but yeah. Oh yes, that's right, stripper. And then we had a bunch of our last Me Too the guys got acquitted. 5 hockey players. I think they were just drafted into the NFL or the NHL, weren't they? And this one chick was like claiming that they gang raped her or something like that. The judge saw it and finally was like, "This is ridiculous. Get out of here." And it was like, oh, the jokes were so funny. This one guy's like, "Yeah, the one way if you don't want people to get confused whether it was consensual or not is just scream for help." He goes, "Yeah, the trick is definitely don't masturbate and tell all of them you want them to fuck you. That's the best way to avoid any confusion on the matter."
Sounds exactly like the water polo team story in the
pretty much exactly like that. It just sucks now because these guys, it was like how many years their career's been set back. So now the process is the punishment. This random chick ended 5 NHL careers. She already got $3 million from them, and now like everybody's talking about they should sue to get that back. It's like, dude, that's money's not coming back. It's gone. It's gone. She ruined 5 lives. She took all their money. She spent it all, and she's gonna walk away scot-free because there's nothing you can do to that. Because they're not gonna put her in jail. They're still ineligible. Oh yeah, of course they are. Because like the NHL is not going to take a chance on that. Even if they're the greatest players ever, they got that negative press surrounding them. The NHL is hyper competitive, so we got a chance of 100 different players. Oh, and then these 5 here that have negative press. No, man. Sorry, sirs. Next time. So yeah. Oh wait, Philly. Sorry, what you said?
I'm surprised the streets aren't blood red already. All this shit's like
Canada's kind of we're broken. I get it. Demoralized isn't even the right word for it. It's just I hate talking about it now because it sounds like I'm being hyperbolic or making shit up, but it's like every day something gets worse. It's like you can't even keep up. Last month there was some Indian guy did a trucker scam, got himself a fake license, ran over a family of 6 with his truck, got out on bail. Like, oh, that's horrible. Next day, some other guy who went in there for like murder or assault or manslaughter or something, got let out on bail, assaulted the judge who let him out on bail outside the courthouse. And it's like the $18 million or $180 million gold heist. 500 dudes named Singh were arrested. Half of them just went back to India. I can't keep up, man. Like I can't keep up. I actually missed the entirety of that NHL rape story because there's so much shit going wrong.
I think we need a stronger word than dystopic. Even apocalyptic doesn't do it justice anymore.
No, I think dystopic is the perfect word. I just know it's been overused, but it is true. The Sinaloa cartel just got some of the dudes got arrested in Vancouver because they were having a war with the triads, I think it was. And I'm just we have so many. Apparently the CSIS just see the thing out. There's like 960 organized crime organizations in Canada. So I guess the Tamil Tigers, the Mexican Sinaloa cartel, the triads, the French mafia, and who's the other ones? There's this I don't even know what the Indian one name was, but they're mostly scammers. Go figure. And the Hells Angels are like, and the French mafia are like the old school Canadian organized crime. And it's just funny because now they're getting edged out by all these foreigners taking their jobs, and so they're starting to have like turf wars and shit. And it's just meth houses are blowing up left, right, and center. Chinese are sending spies in here to like fuck with our infrastructure. Like in the States, they brought in a weird Chinese fungus that kills something that's important, like a tree or a plant that they use for crops or whatever. and they're doing all this kind of stuff, and some of them are getting caught, but a lot of them aren't, and so now they're putting these invasive species in here just to like cripple us and the States.
Hey guys, you remember the trick with the bat? Yeah, that won't work. Now let's go with plants. Let's do a mushroom, a fungi.
Yeah, I can't remember what the crop was it was killing though. Anyways, yeah, so China's doing this kind of low grade stuff here. Criminal cartels are coming here doing stuff. I guess we've got like fentanyl super labs now. And then what does the media do? They made fun of it. Oh, dude, they're mad at Canada for only bringing in 10 pounds of fentanyl. And everybody's like, dude, 10 pounds of fentanyl is like 10 million doses. Are you fucking insane? That's enough to kill that's enough to kill like a tenth of the country. Like, that's a huge amount.
Yep. But it still isn't cyanide.
Yeah. I mean, thank God for that. It could be worse. It could be plutonium. It's like, I guess. Yeah, there's a particular type of... Oh, that's right, the new Asian tick. That was the one. Yeah, it's between New Jersey and Michigan that wasn't there 10 years ago. It is an asexually reproducing tick, so it just spreads like wildfire. And it has no natural predators. And it's like, it's not as bad as that deer tick that gives everybody Lyme disease, but it has a whole bunch of other things that it's a carrier for. People are kind of freaking out over that. Cyanide is less toxic. I don't know, man. So it's all bad. And I don't know what to do, because now I'm like, well, like my plan is still to get to the States, but my girl and I are hoping, because her company's doing a bunch of layoffs. Like her boss ended up getting, like, he lost his title, so now he's her title. So her boss got demoted, and they let go like a couple thousand people. She's like, oh, dude, I hope I get on the layoff list. I'm like, dude, if you get laid off, that'd be awesome. Because that's the only reason we're not like 10 out of 10 gung-ho visa application to the States, is just because her income is too good just to give that up, unless I can either replace it or we can get her a job offer before going there. So we're kind of on that track right now, which is slower. But yeah, dude, if they lay her off, oh, fuck. The only problem we have now is where to move.
Is it a global layoff in the company, or is it more like the Canadian national, in the sense of Canadian layoffs?
I don't want to say, but because I don't want to narrow down this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's
I thought it was maybe that's why I'm referring to this Canadian layoffs, or more like global, because unless there's only a couple offices.
We don't have a lot of global companies, though, is the problem.
Okay. I thought it was larger. Okay.
We have some with like remote offices, but they still count as like Canadian offices just working remotely.
Okay.
And it all depends on the company too, right? Like, I think what's that? Brookfield, the asset management company, our version of BlackRock. They're the ones that have more of a global industry. They're also the ones, I didn't know they were such a big deal. I just knew that everything the military did, Brookfield were the ones that managed it. Like, they managed our security, all that kind of stuff. And now that I know our new prime minister was the fucking board of directors for it, I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense now. Yeah, ticks weren't as bad when I was a kid. It's bizarre how basically no infrastructure to treat Lyme disease in Canada. It's, to be fair, what I've learned is that Lyme disease is actually harder to get than you think. When the ticks latch onto you, they don't bite you and infect you right away. It takes a couple hours, which I'm not sure that things. So as long as you like do a tick check when you get back into your house, and you get rid of them without, like, you have to pull the thing out with like a tweezer or whatever. As long as you do that, you're fine. The issue is with pets, right?
And even then, it was only a specific species that had a high chance.
Yeah, the deer tick.
And even then, 12 hours. The tick needs to be latched onto you for at least 12 hours.
That's the one. Yeah.
And even then, you need to wait and see if there's a ring. There's a red ring. If you have a Lyme disease, there's a red ring that's gonna be created around the spot you were bitten at.
Yeah.
And even that takes.
I mean, I wouldn't play with all that. As soon as I feel a bite, I'd be like, all right, just assume I got it. But whatever. Ken, I hope you get laid off. That'd be awesome. I aspire to have these kinds of problems. Yeah, and I know it's kind of like, It's like the how many blowjobs is too many thing, where a lot of people are like, quit bitching. That's a great problem to have. Like, I get it, but it still sucks. In all fairness, Canadian banks and financial institutions own a lot of shit globally, even American. Yeah, 2008, man. I didn't realize how good that was for Canada. That's like, if you guys remember 2008, we were better than the American middle class. Canada was looking on the up and up. That's why everybody now is so delusional about Canada's lost decade, because, and I'm learning this about older people, is they're not focused on the political situation today. They're thinking of their political situation when they were adults. So like Gen X today, they are still mad at Harper from like 2006. And the boomers are still mad at like Chrétien or Mulrooney in the 80s and 90s. Like, they're so many decades behind. So yeah.
They got
but
stuck
yeah,
in time.
exactly. Which is annoying. And that's why I refuse to talk to boomers anymore. I'm like, no, I'm just going to yell at you. I'm not going to talk to you about politics at all.
No,
But
I had it with my grandmother, the same thing. Although with her it was more like a sort of trauma. She got stuck in time the moment her husband died.
I can see that. All right, I think I'm ready for another round of this. I'm good, depressed enough. Oh, the thing about the banks, though. Yeah, Stripper's right. So in 2008, when all the banks crashed, because Canada was protected from it, all of our banks did really well. And so they bought everything up for like pennies on the dollar. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do...
I'll still be angry at Trudeau in 2070. Yeah, probably.
Dude, he just went surfing. He doesn't care. He's fucking retired. I'm out. Went surfing. That's it. Destroyed the country. Nothing happened. Later, boys. All right, let me get this. There it is. Let's just do a normal run as well as I can make it.
Like with your Mega Man stint back in the beginning of the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Digital Ryan. Yeah, I need a break. I'm getting Nintendo rage here. I need a break. Ugh. Okay, we'll cool down. Let's get back into it.
You get me.
5 minutes later. Ah! I had that as a kid as well. God damn it.
Come on, sir.
Back in the day.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm already having a bad run. Whatever, we're going to see it through. Is this like a co-op game? I think there's a 2-player option. I don't know, though.
We need Dave. Where's the expert?
Bitch. I'll still be angry at Trudeau in 2070. Oh, yeah, for sure. If I'm ever in a restaurant and I see him there, I'll tell the guys, like, I'm out of here. Fuck that guy. I'll make, like, a scene. I don't even care. Problem with this one is there's so many buttons to keep in the back of your mind. It's almost like running a combo on Tekken. We're just going to do a straight up. But yeah, our banks, they bought up everything so cheaply because of... There we go. Everybody else was bankrupt. And so I know TD for sure and RBC as well did really well for themselves. But then that's the problem, is they got a little greedy. And now that things are restricting again, they're having issues. So we're doing a lot of money laundering. Canada's like the money laundering capital of the world right now, which is awesome. It's just to be number one in something other than fentanyl trafficking, you know? Okay, sir. Come on, give me a lock. There we go. All right. Let's do a barrel roll. Boomer's Googling Goatsy. Yeah, so our banks aren't doing so hot right now, and I guess the amount of goodwill we've just burned. Like, the one thing people don't realize, the trucking convoy was actually rather successful. Not because we got what we wanted, but because like the trust in Canadian institutions are just tanked worldwide. Like our banking institutions took a huge hit on that for debanking people from government lists. And so like $2 trillion has left the Canadian economy. Basically an entire year of our GDP just disappeared overnight. Oh, fuck off. I just got the thing. You know what? I'm going to have to retry again. That's already 3 continues on the first level. You should buy Bitcoin. I have some Bitcoin. I'm not going to invest everything in Bitcoin, though. That'd be stupid. God damn it. Go. Keep it going. But yeah, I think I have a little bit in Ethereum and a bit in Bitcoin. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not going to go fancy with all the different types of coins. I don't have enough time to read all the different white papers anyway. There we go. Quick kill. I really talk about I'm glad I'm able to get into buying the shit coal in Canada. Well, that's just it, right? Everybody's kind of in that same position. The ones that have been doing, like people who are doing well, we're doing okay. But it's not great. And it's like, sacrifices have to be made, things have to get cut back, and you just think, like my girl has said it constantly, it's like, dude, like we know people that don't have great jobs and who don't own real estate and stuff, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, there's no way they're not just hosed. And I think they are, actually. I think it's just debt. People are hoping things get better and just pay things off with debt. Pitch. Oh, I gotta kill these guys quick. If you don't kill them quick, they end up overloading you, and it's hard to weave through that stuff. Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing. Because boomers see number going up on their real estate, they think everything's great. It's like, dude, how could you not? My building's worth $3 million. Like, no, it's not. It's not worth that till you try and sell it. Why did I walk right into that? Yeah, couch playing Tekken for Bitcoin. Tate would have a field day. I think he's got bigger things to worry about now that his intelligence asset days are over. Damn it, I keep falling for that stupid shit. There we go. She's a man, only explanation. Silver gun for Solana. Yeah, and I get it. They're all just speculative. And that's the same thing with like Bitcoin and that, right? Like I understand Bitcoin now. I know what they tried to make it with the white paper. Like I've read the Bitcoin white paper, which I don't think most people have. But I think it is turned into something completely different than what they intended. It's half gambling and half shorting the fiat economy. People think the American economy is going to go tits up, or the Canadian economy, and so they're betting on Bitcoin. It serves the same function that gold was serving for those types of people. Fuck. See, I just knew I was going to have to wait to continue here too, so I didn't want to. My wife's boyfriend told me to vote for Carney. That's the thing, man. I still don't understand how that worked. Like, I know a lot of the ethnics voted for him because he promised them everything. He's paying off a lot of voters. And that's kind of one reason our economy's inflation's going so bad. There we go, lock on. Fuck off, I had the thing. We got this, boys, we got it. But I mean, the only things you can really do about it at this point are just get your stuff into anything inflation proof. Like if you're in real estate, you've got some measure of protection, but even then it's so overvalued. I wouldn't invest in real estate. Getting paid in different currency, American currency, and get the arbitrage, definitely a big deal. There we go. I mean, I guess Bitcoin, I don't know if Bitcoin is a good inflation hedge though. Like I haven't monitored it enough to know. This one you'd think it'd be harder. It's actually not as bad as you think. Oh, except for that. Just gotta make sure to hide under the pillars when it does this little thing. Oh, not today, sir. Damn it. There we go. I was thinking of a savings technology layer above it called the Lightning, allows the rapid movement of Bitcoin. Right now it's easier to think of it. Well, here's the thing. I know for a fact, if you're talking about the rapid movement of Bitcoin, there's only two ways that happens. The first way is somebody does... Oops, that was stupid. Somebody figures out an easier way to do the mathematics behind it, which as soon as that happens, that totally degrades the point of Bitcoin. That the math to transfer it is difficult is the whole point. And then the other way is to have an intermediary. Like, oh, I'll hold it for you while the transfer goes through. And then you're going to run into the same problem that everybody else runs into. That is only as valuable until somebody can make more money stealing it and walking away. This is like, you don't even need real economics for this. Like, EVE Online economics can teach you enough. Yeah, so whoever's holding on to it. This one, if I remember. Yeah. These guys are fine. You just kind of have to focus on... Oh, what was I thinking? Just get... Oh, dude. See, the problem is you got to take these out quick, and I'm being really slow on this. And it's costing me big time. I think this might be the end of my journeys, fellas. Yeah. That's it. Done for. How's the new book coming along? The new book is done, sir. It's out next week. Jake Long and Softbone. It's going to be fucking wonderful, too. That's good. It's good to see you back, though, JD. You say you haven't been back in a while. Lightning is the swapping of contracts guaranteed by the base chain. You're swapping bearer instruments. Yeah. Do you see the issue, though? All these things you're doing to help facilitate Bitcoin are basically turning it into fiat currency. And the whole reason for Bitcoin was to have not fiat currency. And so it's defeating the purpose of the thing. See the issue, though? It's like, oh, we'll make an exchange to sell these coins. That way you don't have to hold on to it yourself. Well, how's that different than a stock market? Oh, it's different. It's not. Oh, the Lightning Exchange. It's like changing contracts. It's futures. It's short selling different crypto coin. All right. Well. Damn it.
Man, I love hearing you talk about crypto.
Why is that? Do you hate how dismissive I am for it, or am I sounding like a boomer? Am I sounding like Unk?
Oh no, I'm just messing with you.
Of course you are, Marty.
I love you explaining anything. Like, you really put the effort into it. Appreciate it.
I put effort into making it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about by using the simplest language I can. But then you're like, actually, it kind of makes sense.
Yep. What's up, Mr. Softbone?
Dude, I'm actually excited. I'm at the point now where I have to worry if the book won't sell. You know that phase where it's like, oh, what happens if it's a failure and I wasted like 6 months of time? It's that good panic phase.
That'll be alright. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, I'll have wasted 3 months of time.
I never had.
Yeah. What would you ask that? I'm in Canada. Of course I know what the worst that could happen is. I'm living the worst that could happen.
That's right.
The big joke now is like how many European states and Canadian countries, how much of us can be compared to Mississippi's GDP?
Oh man, Mississippi's gonna leave y'all in the dust. Oh,
Well, we're tied right now. We're neck and neck.
Mississippi's got you. Well, we got you in like the diabetes and GDP and everything else.
I don't think you have us in diabetes. Canada's getting pretty fat.
Really?
All these new Indian guys coming in have brought our BMI down a bit, but I think that's like fake numbers.
Inflated numbers. It's a lot of fried chicken and a bunch of big women that still cook your lard.
You get it.
The sweet tea, man. Like, my wife likes sweet tea, like real sweet.
Yeah.
She's like, says like with the extra diabetes and but I don't get it. It's just too much. It's like drinking syrup for like some of these people.
I agree. I like American sweet tea way better than Canadian tea, but it's just like as little sugar as you need to make it taste good. I don't know why that Americans have this idea. It's like more.
I don't know. Everything is more.
Heck, there's even days where I'm liking the unsweetened tea. It's a little bit of baking powder in there, so you don't get that tannin taste. It's like all you need.
What? You put baking powder in?
Yeah, you didn't know this? It's an old Southern trick. You take like a pinch of baking powder, or no, baking soda, not baking powder. Sorry, you don't need it to carbonize. And what that does is it lowers the pH and it makes the tannins, like it removes the flavor of the tannins in there, so they don't have that bitterness to it.
Learn something every time I talk to you. It's like the was it the one for coffee? Is like the cardamom pods or something?
Oh yeah, dude, best thing ever.
I still haven't done that. need to do that.
Dude, I did that yesterday.
So you just have to go like to some foreign like nationality supermarket and find them.
They'll have them there, but they should have in normal stores too. Because cardamon's not a specifically Arab spice. It's kind of like allspice and cloves. It's like along those grains. But yeah, if you find an Indian grocery store, they'll have it for sure there. But you got to make sure you get the green cardamom, because there's also black cardamom, and that I don't think that works.
Well, normally black anything doesn't work.
Well done, sir. Damn it, I keep falling for that.
I really sharpened my wit by staying on Twitter or X and following you guys.
Yeah, we're just pricks all the time. Oh man, I'm stuck here now.
What's the status on the becoming American?
One sec.
We got a big hole to fill with Hulk Hogan now, so we need you.
Damn right, brother. It's slow. I'm doing it slow because right now the issue is the girl's job pays so well that I can move to the States and it'll probably be like 40% easier cost of living, but we lose 50% of income, and so it's like it's hard to justify that. She'd still do it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I'd rather not make a stupid mistake like this, because then she's out of work until we get her visa in. So I'm like, yeah.
So you're just gonna, I guess, really wait until she gets like her visa and then she can get a job.
Well, yeah, we're working on her visa right now. I'm increasing my income, because if I double my income, my revenue, then this problem goes away anyway. Or she gets headhunted by, because her industry, there's American companies that'll take her in a second. She has contacts in that, but obviously right now people don't want to start importing a bunch of workers. I don't know, there's some taboo that they're worried about.
What? Importing immigrants, even if they are white?
I mean, they still will. It's just, no, it's more so the recession. Because, like, I guess the company pays the legal fees for headhunting company visa stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't want to spend that money just yet. Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, are y'all in a full-blown recession right there?
Oh, we've been in one for like 10 years. It's just now that finally people's debt has finally started to catch up to people.
Yeah.
So that's all we're waiting for right now. For people to have to like be forced to sell and stuff like that. But yeah, we've had 10 years of zero GDP growth. Like zero. It actually is worse because of all the Indians we've brought in. It's brought the number to zero. But the per capita has dropped off a cliff. So they're actually... It's like 3/5 of a person kind of thing. You know what I mean? Oh, jeez.
Wow, 3/5 of a person.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm still doing all the paperwork, getting it all through. I'm just waiting to pull the plug until financially it makes good sense. Because, like, whatever, I can suffer and bitch about Canada for a couple more years. Or a year or 2 years or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it gives you good content.
Yeah, you guys seem to love when I shit on Canada.
That's Americans, right? Take that. War. That's what you get for the War of 1812. Bastards. Touch our White House now.
I still think it's so funny, man. It used to be like the coolest thing to be like, fuck you, America, we're awesome, and you're not. And now it's kind of like, that, dude, that's just sad. Stop.
So what are you doing?
Did you see that video of the Canadian guy who tried picking a fight on the golf course against that NHL player, the hockey one?
Oh, yes.
That's what it feels like right now when you hear somebody shitting on America by like, we're Canada, man, fuck you.
Oh, no.
That guy just keeps walking up. Yeah. Guy keeps just walking up to him, hands down. The hockey player's like, don't do it. And he walks in there, he's like, bam, 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 punched him in the face. Like, that's Canada right now.
He's calling out the hit, just like, bang, bang.
I know, that's like an anime thing.
It's like when you watch reading the comics and like, Superman hit somebody and says, bang, pow.
Oh, yeah, literally.
that was like the worst part was like that last minute when like you threw him and you could like just hear like the dead blow of his body against the ground. It's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
it's like that would have like broke his shoulder or something.
And after a while, he just stops punching him. He just throw him into the thing. He's like, dude, stop. Like he was getting bored. Cut this out. You're not even trying.
Yeah, he had to have been severely drunk.
Oh yeah. I mean, drunk and stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing was too, it was like the hockey guy was the guy who was playing slow.
Oh yeah, I mean he wasn't wanting to fight really. I mean, it's like, you know, if I have to, I'll finish it. But
What? Because if I remember correctly, the whole thing started because the drunk guy wanted to play through, and he's like, no. Which you don't have to. It is kind of a dick move to say that, but then escalating it instantly to fights was kind of like, I don't know if that's the play.
I think most hockey guys are big stick anyways.
Yeah.
You have to be a certain of ego and being successful at a kind of professional sport.
But still, you're at a golf course. What kind of fucking trailer park shit is that? Trying to fight somebody on the golf course? I've been to golf courses where they get mad when you have, like, booze with you. It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, that's a Mississippi thing. Y'all stolen that from Mississippi.
What, drinking on the golf course?
Yeah, fighting on the golf course.
Oh.
Trailer park stuff.
Dude, I didn't even remember this level. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
What are you playing?
It's a game called Radiant Silvergun. It's like an old school shmup. Shoot 'em up.
So you done doing the audiobooks? I know you said you were trying to do 2 or 3 of them or something.
Yeah. Oh, dude, never again.
Never.
Never again do 2 at once. It's fucking pain. But yeah, Dog Walker, it's just waiting for the final approvals. It should be done before the 28th. Assuming I didn't make any mistakes, which I usually don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on it because, I mean, I just hadn't bought it. Because, the one thing about this, mine's supposed to come on the Pony Express eventually.
Well, to be fair, I had you on the... Was I going to be sending you? Did I have you on my list of the people I was going to send books to?
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay, then it's still there. It's still there. I'm still doing it. It's just now I'm like, all right, well, I've waited long enough. There's a whole nother book I released, so I might as well just do it all at once.
More efficient.
Yeah, so once that's done, because I got 8 or like all of them to send to Mish, Kirsten, Rolo, Clary. Dude, this guy's fucking killing me.
Yeah, but I normally, which I've bought some years like on Kindle, like the Praxeology, and then, but I mean, I was just gonna do the Dog Walker and the audiobook and the rest of it, because I mean, that's what I mostly do with consuming, was just, when I'm
Just listen.
working
Yeah.
out or whatever.
And that's the thing, like for me personally, I'm like it's designed to be a pleasant paperback experience, but it's not my job to tell you how to enjoy it or if you should even want it. So like I've just learned, just make all the options, they'll choose what they want, and you don't have to drink either anyway. So like some people just don't want to read, and I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm sending you a paperback. Don't worry about that. What the?
It's funny,
Fair,
I
they
don't know
dropped it
why
right
I'm
on
not-
me.
I remember when I listened to Fuck Files because we were redoing the flooring in the house, and I was, I think it took like the time for me to stain like my floor because it did like 1,000 foot of like hardwood, like onion groove,
Yeah.
flooring and nailing it down, and then staining and everything. So that helped me get through that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it helped. I know flooring could be a pain in the ass. Ask me how I know. No. But to be fair, like I don't know if you like reading or good stories and that, but if you do, I know you're going to like Softbone. Like I said, I liked Dog Walker too. I like him for different reasons, but I didn't realize this until I started trying to read other people's stuff. It's like all these things that I look for, people just don't do them. And then I don't feel so bad. I thought I had ADHD and that's why I don't like reading anymore. And I was like, no, I just don't like what people are putting out. And so I'm like, all right, so I'm going to put something out that I would want to read. And I'm like, if I can like it, somebody else should like it.
Maybe that's my problem. Like, I know because I cannot. I've read some stuff before, but I guess I did have to really like it. But if it's something I don't like my mind just starts wandering. So I really can't read it unless it's something really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought that was a problem with me. And then I realized it's not a problem with me. It's a problem with the book. Like, there was little things. Like, I've been talking with Nick a bunch on our strategy sessions, and I know the big problem is when they do expedition dumps. Like when they start telling you about the world and this guy's name is here and he's the son of this guy and this guy's thinking this and this guy's thinking that. And it's almost like you get this giant information dump and then the guy's like, oh, by the way, there's going to be a test later. So I have 50 different things of information now and I don't know which one's important and which one might come up later. Like there's this one, I promised somebody I would read their thing and put a report out on it. Like I'm just going to review it. And you might not like the review and she probably won't. But I realized, at the very beginning of the book, she explained the character's history, the character's motivation, a whole bunch of things in the book, like a pen from her dad that he did this and he did this. And there's like so much stuff. I can't remember it all. So now when I'm reading the book, I'm like trying to think like out of all of this stuff I just read, what do I need to know moving forward? It turns out I need to know like one thing out of all that 100. And so they just wasted my time having to learn all this shit that doesn't matter. And then meanwhile, I'm through a third of the way of like a 10,000 word essay or short story, completely missed what's going on. And then I go back and read it again and I'm like, oh, and it's mostly just meandering. Only one or two things happen in like 1,000 words. And so I'm like, I can just skip this paragraph, I get caught up. And I realize I'm just skimming this thing and I'm still absorbing everything I need to know. Eventually I skip to the end and that's where I find out the pen is the only detail that really mattered. That was it.
Yeah, that's like my whole high school or college experience, like professional skimming.
Yeah. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, if I'm just able to skim this and still follow along, why not just get rid of it? And that's kind of like the approach I took to Softbone. And then Nick was telling me about reveal, don't explain, which was like pretty clever. So like, for example, in Softbone, I could explain everything about the cyberpunk world and that'd be great. But then you have like, here's how the companies work and here's how the thing works and here's how the weapons in there. And then you got all this stuff and you don't know what's important. So you just forget all of it. So I'm like, no, the only thing I explained at the beginning was that the dude's cell phone was burning hot because it wanted to connect to the wireless signal, but he's inside of a place where the wireless doesn't work. It's like an addict looking for his fix. And that's only because the character was an addict looking for a fix. And so that's the idea of just symbology for that. You don't know that there's like laser pistols in this thing at all until you need them. And then I'll explain it. So then you don't have to keep shit in your head if you don't need it. And the books that I read that people do that, it actually makes it easy because now I'm like, okay, I know where I am. I know what I'm supposed to pay attention to. They've kept my world small enough that I can conceptualize it.
Actually, listening to you and Nick like really changed my perspective on stuff like that, content, and how like you notice a lot of it. Like you're talking about, if you were to explain all that stuff, it's what it seems like most writers do now is they just do it to make the book longer, to fill it out, to make it look like they're doing something. They're really not. It's just filler stuff.
Yeah,
it makes you appreciate something that's genuinely good. You appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah. And it's I phrased it. It's like I'm not reading a book. I'm reading somebody explaining a book to me. And I was like, I realize that's the difference. And of course, everything else is wasting my time. Why wouldn't book writers waste my time? And that's why I learned it from the writing too. So like when I first write it, that's how I write my first draft is like I'm explaining the book to you. And then I go through a paragraph by paragraph and I'm like, what's a better way of explaining this with like an action or dialogue or a symbol? And then that's when I actually write the proper part of the book. Because I figure if I'm just explaining shit to you, it's going to be like that guy telling you that story. You know, the guy at work, he's telling you a story and you're just looking around for something to distract you. Because you're like, I can't fucking stand this story. It's like that. I don't want to be that fucking guy. But if I'm telling you stuff and you have to figure it out yourself, that gives you something to do.
Yeah. So thank God there's a woman walking by from HR. Oh, hey, Amy, how are you doing? Anything to get away from the guy.
Yeah, I remember pickup artists. They used to talk about. They called them the save me eyes. It's like, dude, if you ever see a girl with save me eyes, swoop in there. You're in. And if you're getting it, fucking just walk. You're done. It's out. There's no stronger signal you can get than the save me eyes when you're trying to tell her your DHV story.
Oh, that's funny. Or you watch their feet. It's like save me eyes. Then their feet are like point like 90-degree angle from you. Anywhere but here.
Yeah. So we'll see. And Nick keeps telling me like he likes my work, and I can't take compliments. So I just assume he's lying, but then I kind of get what he's saying. It's just like make an effort.
I know he kissed your ass on the dog walker, but what's he said about the softball?
He's stopped complimenting me because he knows you're not going to listen anyway. But no, I don't know. It's just mostly just general stuff where it's when I'm reading through his editing notes, there'll be certain parts that he really like, dude, that made me laugh, or this is like personifies your writing style, and so I'll make a note to that and like, oh, okay. But it's mostly like that, and to be fair, like I've learned like the compliments he's giving are basically you're adequate, but that's high praise, and I'm like I can live with that. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. And it's not like I can say because I'm great or anything. I mean, basically, I hired him to advise me on how to do that, and then he gave me a bunch of reading examples from like Hemingway and that I could use an example to learn from. So that's what I just don't figure out. It's like, why can nobody else do this? It's not difficult. Like, you have to pay attention. And then I thought it's kind of like a credit score. You know that everybody's like, oh yeah, you just pay your bills on time and credit score is good. I'm like, oh, it's that easy. But then, you know what people's credit's like. So maybe it's not easy. I don't know.
That's right. It's simple, but it's not easy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, I got a jet, guys. So we're going to end the stream. I'll see you Saturday. Marty, I need help. I don't know what to do for this weekend.